I want to talk about something that took me a really long time to figure out. It was a concept I'd heard about, but I just didn't get it. Or perhaps I just wasn't ready to get it, which might have been the case. Or I wasn't willing to look at it. And these are a variety of situations. It really is when somebody does something or says something and you get activated in your body. You feel triggered. You feel a little bit of heat, activation in your body. And you always believe it's about the other person. Who do they think they are? Why are they acting this way? They are so wrong. We always project and think it's the other person. And I would feel angry, resentful. A lot of emotions were coming up. But over time, I started to realize it wasn't always about them. It never was. So hello, my name is Krista, and I guide and support women to reconnect with their intuition, to trust what it's saying, and to help them act on it so they can make aligned and powerful decisions. So these are the women that I'd like to help. And I will say for the longest time, I didn't understand this concept. I thought, no, it is 100% them. And why am I getting so activated by their poor behavior? It's all about them. It has nothing to do with me. And I will clarify this. Sometimes bad behavior is still bad behavior. And I'm not diminishing bad behavior. But that ignition in your body, that fiery aspect, that is all about you. That is yours. And I know this sometimes can be uncomfortable to recognize or to look at, but really it's an opportunity, it's a gift when you start to recognize this. So I'm going to give you a couple of examples of how this showed up in my life with full transparency, full honesty, and some of the feelings that I felt. I remember in particular one woman who I would see online, and she was very honest. She was very bold. She said things that I didn't like what she said, and just very transparent and no filter at all. And I would look at her and think, oh my gosh, who does she think she is? She's just too much. She's over the top in her opinions, and I did not like her at all. And that is what I was feeling for sure in my body. But slowly over time, I started to do some work around this. And what I began to see did make me a little uncomfortable. But I slowly recognized that some of those characteristics, those attributes that she was expressing very honestly, very vividly, very out in the public, I wanted to be a little like her. And I wanted to speak unabashed. I wanted to share my honest opinions. And there was a part of me that wanted to be like her. And that took me back a little while to recognize that. But that's what was happening. I was being triggered by her boldness, her over the topness, her ability to speak her mind and not worry what other people were thinking. Or I was, being quiet, being timid, not sharing my opinions online at all. I was just judging her. And there was something in her that I wanted for myself. And I recognized that. And I see that now as a gift. What she gave to me. She doesn't even know who I am. It doesn't matter. But her truthful honesty and her boldness, her audaciousness was something that I wanted. I wanted a little bit of that. And that's why she was triggering me so much. Another person I can think of that really triggered me for quite some time was another woman. Women, yeah, we kind of do this. And she was just taking pictures of herself all the time, sharing so much. She was out there all the time, sharing her life. And it bothered me. For some reason, she really bothered me. And I thought she was a little over the top. Who does she think she is? She's just over the top, sharing everything. And I did not resonate with her. She just irked me, as you might say. And again, now that I look back and after have done this work, I see that what she triggered in me was something that I also wanted. I wanted to be seen. I wanted to be, out there like that and sharing some of the information that she had. I wanted to just be there and boldly speaking my mind and putting my content out and not caring what other people thought. And I wasn't doing that at that time. I was hiding, I was watching, I was looking, but never doing what she was doing. There was a part of what she was doing that I wanted. At the time, I did not see that though. And that's why she triggered me so much. And so those are two women that absolutely gave me a gift. I saw what they were doing and I recognized that there was a part of me that wanted what they had. And I can very honestly say if those two women didn't do that, I probably wouldn't be talking about this. I wouldn't be doing my YouTube channel. I wouldn't be sharing some of my thoughts that maybe aren't, what everybody else does. They gave me the awareness, the courage to be able to speak my truth and not worry, to trust myself and just to speak what feels right for me. And I recognize the gift in that and I'm grateful for them. It's taken me some time, it's taken me some work to say that, but I see what they gave me. There's also another way where people might trigger us. And this one's a little bit harder to see, a little bit more challenging. And I would say that for myself. I was like, I'd heard about this. And it's kind of referring to Carl Jung, and you may have heard of him in the shadow work. So sometimes when people do act in a certain way, that really bug us, that we just don't like it. We judge them for it. We really judge them for this behavior. It's something unconsciously, we're not aware of this. It's something deep within our body that we have hidden ourselves. And it's hard to recognize this because we've just packed it away, shoved it down. We don't bring it out because we don't want to be judged for it as well too. So there's something that they are showing us that is a part of us. And this is really the shadow work. And the shadow work is uncomfortable. It's not for everybody, I will say. And most people will not do it. They'll just stay in a loop and they'll just stay stuck because they're not willing to be able to really self-reflect and to have that self-awareness. But doing this work gives you a lot of freedom and opportunities to see yourself in a new way. But those are the two situations where when we are being triggered, there's a gift in there. You have to search for it sometimes. It's a little bit of that golden gift that you need to look for, but it does make a big difference. And so really, I invite you, if something comes up in the next little while where you are triggered by something they might have said, something you felt in your body, and you can tell, you notice it, that there's your opportunity to just ask yourself, what is this trying to show me? It's not just changing the perspective of, oh, you're wrong, but I wonder what this is meaning. So when I get triggered now, I would say it is a lot less. It is a lot less. But when I get triggered, and it still happens, it happens for everybody. But when I get triggered now, I will dig and I will question it. I will look for it because I want to grow. I want to evolve. I want to understand it. There's something in me that is either wanting something that they have triggered, or there's a part of me that I've hidden deep down and I don't want to bring to the light. And so when I get triggered now, I will go there and I will journal. I'll talk about it even with myself. I will do the work to uncover it. And sometimes there's a few deeper layers, but each time I've done this, I see it and I'm like, interesting. Okay. I was not aware of that. And it really is a gift. It's enlightening. It's freedom to see this, to understand ourselves more. And So that's triggers, and we all get triggered, and it's just now a different way of looking at it. It's not all about them. It's not about how awful they are or how awful their behavior is. There's something in there that's igniting something in you, because a lot of people say things that just go over your head. They don't bother you in the slightest. It means nothing. There's situations, we all face situations where somebody can say something that might sound outrageous to one person, but it does, you don't even flinch. You don't even notice it at all. But the people where you are activated, where you are triggered, where you feel that response in your body, there's your gift. And there's an opportunity for you to dig a little bit deeper, to get to know yourself more, and to do the work. And again, it's an opportunity. Not everybody will do it, and that's perfectly fine too. But I just want to share this with you because this is something that did take me a while to understand. I'd heard about it, didn't really get it, but now I do get it, and I've done the work to uncover it. And I'm really grateful that I did understand this, and I've done the work, and it's opened up new freedom. So I want to share that with you in case you are in the same situation. Someone's bugging you like crazy and you think it's all them, but you haven't really turned the mirror back and looked at yourself. So again, it's an opportunity to get yourself to know yourself better. So I will end this video now. I hope this is helpful. Let me know if it resonates with you, or if you've experienced this yourself, and see where it takes you. I also want to mention I do have a free audio practice if you are interested. It's in the descriptions. It's really first steps to be able to recognize and return to yourself, to hear your inner voice once again. And it's a guided audio practice that I think might be helpful for a lot of you if you are interested in this work. All right, it's there. Wishing you all a lovely day, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.